Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're taking a quick look here again at Gala, seeing what's going on. Got a lot of requests for this one. Once again, kind of our daily driver for a little while. We want to just kind of acknowledge a couple things here. We're still under this volume resistance. The price is pumping right now because Feds actually announced that there is no increase in rates. So Bitcoin is jumping up pretty good. Okay, so keep in mind, this is a little premature to estimate that we're broken through that level, but it looks like we're going to get closer to a buy signal here soon. Just know we got a resistance level at about 3.2 cents and of course a volume at about 3.1. So those things could factor in. We'll know here soon, of course, what happens next, but let's take a quick look at the back-end data first, kind of get perspective on what's going on. And if you are new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I really do love teaching people to trade, and I hope you can learn something today. We got a heavy concentration at 2.8. That hasn't changed much at all. So 2.8 is a close approximation of heavy volume there for longs. In other words, a lot of liquidation at that price. We got some new shorts here at about 32. Obviously, there's shorts all the way up, but that's the heaviest concentration from the most recent liquidation level. So again, generally speaking, we're kind of in the upper range of that. So it does seem more likely that this level here at about 3.25 will be retested. But we're going to have to double check that a few things here. Okay, we'll double check that. And before we do, I just want to say congrats to our community members. Phenomenal day here yesterday. Cardano 60%, Adam 102, Cartesi 70%, OP's 21% in 6 hours. So some really good trades there. Definitely happy that's working well for you. And our day trading bot is scalping the heck out of Matic and Ethereum right now for some longs, and we're actually killing that too. Super happy to see that here. Look, Ethereum 13%, 6%, Matic 5%. And then what was it? Yesterday we saw more Matic and Solana. Solana 30% there for some shorts. So yeah, awesome stuff. Glad that's working well for you guys. Thanks so much for the wonderful feedback. Again, Crypto Cash Premium, link down below if you're curious about registering. We do have a few slots left remaining. Again, a lot of new members coming over, so be sure to read the instructions provided in our signals guide on our Discord. Okay, so Gala, here's the thing. With the daily time frame, let's go ahead and start with this first because we had a few things we wanted to talk about beforehand. First of all, we got a doji candle yesterday, state of indecision, price action recovering with a morning star type of doji, or a hammer, if you will. A hammer doji, that's actually a very good sign. Granted, the candlestick hasn't closed. We got 4 hours left remaining, but just letting you know that's typically a great thing. Looking at the MACD, it's trying to diverge, but hasn't officially yet. A lot of other coins have diverged officially, so that's kind of a good sign here, letting us know that we might get that MACD-FU, where the price goes up and rejects off and continues higher. Okay, it's a really common characteristic in trading. That's why you wait for the trade to go into that realm before you consider going the opposite direction, because right now we're still looking bullish. Even though stochastic RSI is swinging down, that's typically a bearish sign. We see RSI and money flow index plateauing and essentially increasing as a bouncing point right there off about 60. Now 60 is not like a major number. Typically above 50 and below 70 is a sweet spot. That's right where we're at. So that to me is a great sign, ultimately just confirming we're still on the right side of the tracks. Again, this isn't like a stark, like, oh my gosh, we just totally crossed this threshold. We're just amazing. We're bullish now. Go all in. No, we're just in a situation where we're still above these ascending trend lines. Most of the oscillators are telling us we're in good shape. While we have generally less volume today and yesterday, I'm speculating that volume will change and shift momentously to the upside here soon based on the good news. As we can see, the market's kind of rallying. We can see Bitcoin up in the upper 42,000 range. And it was low 42s when before Jerome Powell got up and started speaking. Okay, so that said, here on the daily, we're looking good. We can summarize that we are looking bullish, but not fully confirmed yet. And the way to confirm that is on the 4-hour time frame. We're below these two moving averages. That's a tentative resistance. Look at this. We got both moving averages and the volume profile telling us that 3.1 cents is a strong resistance. So to me, a closure above that today would be a pretty important step. Okay, again, not taking a trade yet until we get confirmation. We do have almost confirmation here that the MACD is converging. We got maybe 8 to 12 hours before that happens if the price maintains itself. RSI is peaking up over 50 as well. Awesome sign. Is it a sign just to go long right now and hard? No. The market's running. I don't care. I'll wait until I find a better opportunity, and the price action is where it needs to be first. Because again, this could be one of those situations where they push the price action up, and then of course the whales dump the price because they want to sweep that lower liquidity at like 39.7 for Bitcoin. It could happen still. Just saying. I'm not a bear. Just telling you that that is a potential reality. And I don't like to get in when the price is running personally. I'd much rather wait for it to hit a certain resistance level, retrace, and find a better entry. That's what we're here for. We want to find that. So generally speaking, still a little premature here with this peaking up over 50, but that's a good sign. Okay. Money flow index is bouncing too as well. Anytime the MFI goes below 30, I typically like to watch. And had I been watching this a little closer, I might have considered an entry at that level. But at this point, with that money flow index coming up, that's a positive sign too. Okay. So again, all good stuff there in that regard. If we take a quick look here, I think what was it? Elliott Wave was telling us we have potential for retracement. So keep this in mind. In order to invalidate this Elliott Wave ABC pattern, which happens, by the way, more often than you might think, while it's less likely, it's like a 70% probability the price will continue to finish the ABC once it starts. We can see here with this price being right here, that's a good sign, but once it's here, that'll invalidate it completely. Okay, so keep in mind ABC will be invalidated for this coin if we can close above solidly 3.2. Okay, so that to me would be confirmation of closure above 3.2, confirming we're breaking this downtrend. Okay, so we're still not quite there yet. I'm not fully sold, but it's a good start. Okay, taking a look at the Ichimoku Cloud. This is another thing I'm not fully sold on. Lagging span is free and clear. Conversion lines above the baseline, 2 awesome contributing factors. We're just still below the cloud. What do you know? The cloud is kind of averaging itself out between 3.1 and 3.2. This is that little sweet spot. So I'm speculating we're going to have a lot of resistance between 3.1 and 3.2. A solid closure above 3.2 is going to be a confirmational sign for me. Potential closure in this range here, where the price action is closing right in the 3.15 range, that would be a good consideration too, because we naturally be above the cloud here in about 6 to 12 hours. Okay, so I think just a little early, honestly, but I do think we should maybe reevaluate, take a look at this here later, and see if it's worth getting in. But this is one on my my watch list, but I don't have confirmation. I'm looking for to take a trade. What are your thoughts? What are your forms of confirmation? What do you do to find entry? Again, I will typically use smaller time frames, but I just, for time's sake, I don't show you that. But generally speaking, we're not in rough shape here. This is actually a decent situation. All right, folks, I hope that makes sense for you, and I described this correctly. Comment below if you could. Oh, also be sure to check out the world's best exchange. You get healthy benefit rewards. You use my link to register. No VPN, no KYC, and ultimately a very responsible exchange. They have trailing stop losses, multiple take profit targets, things you're going to find on trading bots you typically got to pay for, all built into the exchange. So be sure to check them out. They're really awesome. Thanks again, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity, and thank you as well for watching. Have a good day. We'll see you soon.